A community that I belong to is the aviation community. One of my favorite quotes that has to do with aviation is that a mile of highway will take you 1 mile, but a mile of runway will take you anywhere. And I don't think that could be more true. Um, there's a ton of different types of people that are found within this community, different skin color, religion, backgrounds, ethnicity, language, you name it. It's pretty cool too that all these different types of people can all be brought together simply just by airplanes. I've met a ton of cool people, interesting people in the recent years within the community, whether that be at air shows, international airports, or just like the smaller regional airports that are found here in Mankato. My background in flying actually started when I was pretty young. My uncle would take my brother and I out on ride-alongs in his personal plane. He flew for Delta Airlines for, I want to say, 30 years or so as a captain, and also taught at MSU, so we've kind of always been around flying in general. My brother also flies for SkyWest Airlines now, so that's a pretty big motivation. I learned a ton from him. He took initiative right away and kind of got started in flying and training right away, while I was a little gun shy of all the costs that were kind of expected with getting your ratings and all the training needed to fly to make a living out of it. A big thing that actually gave me motivation for this was seeing him graduate from Fort Rucker in Alabama. While I don't plan to fly for the military, I just kept saying in my head, if he can do it, I can do it too. Aviation has a pretty big personal relevance for me too, because it's a huge passion of mine, and I do plan to fly commercially someday in the future and make a living off of it. The aviation community is pretty important to me too, just because you're constantly meeting new people, learning new things from pilots that are more experienced than you. Just you're constantly learning and learning. If you've never flown in a small general aviation airplane, I highly recommend it. It'll change your view just on how you see the earth and the world and all that around it. My last quote is from Leonardo da Vinci. When once you have tasted flight, you will forever walk the earth with your eyes turned skyward. For there, you will always long to return.